Let's go, Brent.
Look, I've heard a lot of rallies, and I've got to tell you right now, I think this is probably the most people together. How we doing? Go Trump. Any Joe Biden fans around here? Nah, not here. No, we're not Joe Biden fans. Yeah, if you could say one thing to President Trump, what would it be?
Thank you.
That's it. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you for everything.
Does this surprise you how many people show up?
No, it's amazing. It's unprecedented, I think. They're expecting record number of attendees today. I was just checking you out online to see where you were on the boardwalk. You always cover them fairly and honestly.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
And it's very rare.
I was trying not to get run over by the little shuttle cart that was going by. The tram car. I'm going to jump on that tram car. Well, thank you for coming out. God bless. Thanks for watching. I appreciate that. Very nice of you. All right, man. What do we miss about President Trump, man? What do we miss?
Too much. We drove all the way up here from Southwest Florida, me and my buddy.
Yeah, we're from Estero, Florida, and Lehigh Acres right here.
Yeah.
And you got Palm Beach. Let me see.
Don't believe me, this is my Florida life.
There you go. Let's not show the details, though.
Yep.
There you go. Okay, so what would you want President Trump to do in his office? Lower gas prices, utilities, rent, food. As your generation, what do you miss the most?
I miss the house prices most. I mean, like realistically, anyone our age, we're not gonna be able to buy a house, especially us coming out of college. We're screwed.
And I miss the press conferences. What's going on? We got once a month now. It was every night. Now we take out Osama bin Laden. He's out here telling us about how beautiful the dogs are. Now what do we get? We don't get nothing. You know, this is our country, and I'm just ready here for it to come back to life.
Damn right. Raise hell, praise Dale.
Paint my casket with a big ass number 3 on it.
I can stay out here all day. Oh, yeah. We can just crack open a PBR and we'll just sit here and have some fun. Thanks, guys, for coming up. Be safe going back. Be safe going back. How are you doing? Boy, what's going on, man? Are we having fun yet? Are we having? We finally meet. Where are we from?
All the time, Maryland. Baltimore, Maryland.
Yeah. Get rid of Westmore and Larry Hogan.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, let's get rid of them. Let's try to do that. So you guys obviously drove up for this.
Oh, yes, we do.
Okay, I'll let you go. What do you think about this massive crowd we have out here?
Oh, I love it. It's awesome.
And no one was paid to be here.
Yeah.
Nobody's getting. You mean I'm getting?
Yeah, we're from Cape May County.
Yeah, we're from here.
What do you think about this? All these people coming into your
It's great for the town. It's great for everything. You know.
economic development around something like this is massive. You think about it.
You think about all the things they're selling today, and even the shirts. I mean, look at these guys. It's a good thing. It's a real good.
All right, let you get going. Thank you so much. Take care. I love it. Bye bye. Nice meeting you too. Don't you love it? Hey, how are you doing? Great. How are we doing today? Hey. I'll come down here and talk to you.
I'm JJ, man.
You're JJ.
We live here on the island.
Yeah.
Yep. We're all Trump fans.
Are you this is a typical day on the beach here in New Jersey?
Absolutely. This is the best time to be here, man. Trump's here. Everybody's happy. You know what I mean? You got
your hat on. Got your watch. Trump. Oh, that's awesome. Almost got ran over by that, actually.
Stormy Steph. That was one of his women right there. She never ratted.
She never ratted. Get on down there. That's awesome. You guys have a good one. Boy, I tell you, the people are out. What's going on? We're just live. We're just walking around showing the people at home what they're missing. They're missing a good time, huh?
Hey, how's it going?
Fit again. I like that. Yeah. We got to be fiscally fit,
Absolutely.
militarily fit,
And also keep America great. This is not for COVID. This is just.
Yeah. Good distinction right there. Not for COVID. That's over. All right, so this is it. So thank you very much. Even Trump built the wall, right? He built the wall to keep everybody inside, keep everyone outside. That's how easy it is. No, but this is the separation between the beach there, which is closed, by the way. So if you want to go to this section of the beach, it's not going to happen for you. It is patrolled by police, and I do see some boats offshore. So that's that. But flip this around, Denver. See if you can kind of boom this up a little bit as high as you can. There's your crowd, folks. There's your crowd. And if they anticipate record numbers of people coming out here today, I think that you can bank on that. If they're predicting it, it's going to happen because it's certainly packed right now, and they keep coming in. I mean, you saw the entrance along that boardwalk where the blue netting is up on the fence. That's where they come in. So it's constant. It's a constant feed of people. So as this line moves, it's just it just keeps getting longer and longer. We're glad you're joining us. Brian Glenn live, 18 minutes past the 1 o'clock hour here in WildWood, New Jersey. And we're glad you're joining us on this very historical Saturday afternoon, as this is a first for a lot of people, a lot of first rallies they've ever been to, and obviously a first for us to have one on the beach here in New Jersey. Good stuff
want to make sure y'all can hear me. Yo. Hello. Why is my mic not working? Yo. Yo. Works. Wonder.
As long as I'm alive, they will never take the American flag down. You want to burn one? Then I will find out where you work, and I will find a building across the street and paint a flag 50 by 100, so you have to see it every day.
A pro-Trump sign on the front lawn of his Staten Island home was burned to the ground.
The hate I get is astronomical. If everybody liked me, I'd be doing something wrong. My mother's advice, whatever you do with your life, as long as you believe it in your heart and always take care of those less fortunate. My father's advice was, son, take from nobody.
This is about control and division.
We must unite. We must take a stand. Are you ready? Live, ride, live.
God didn't give me a gun and a bayonet. He gave me paint and brush, and I will fight to the death for this country.
Get on up, ride, live.
here locally. But, it doesn't surprise you, Vanessa, this many people have shown up to New Jersey because he won this county big time in 2020. Now, he lost the state, but some people, Mike Crystal was on earlier, the polling only has Trump now by a couple points in this state. It would be massive if he was to win New Jersey.
Yeah, and looking by the amount of people here today, I'm sure there's a lot of people from other states as well. I mean, from Philadelphia and Pennsylvania, it's just, an hour and a half drive. So people will make that drive for President Trump, and we're estimating that the majority of the people here, though, are from New Jersey. And so I'm hoping the same people who were camping out last night and are here early this morning and hours in advance ahead of the president, these are the same people who are going to be at the polling locations in November very early to get their vote in.
Well, it's so close to Pennsylvania, so close to Philadelphia, so close to New York. So it kind of doesn't surprise me this many people have shown up because it does touch a lot of different media markets. It does touch a lot of markets. People can drive 3-4 hours. They're here. We had a couple guys from Southwest Florida drove 22 hours to get here. They were something else. But it doesn't surprise me this many people have come out today because this is something that's very different. This is historic. I was told that the only other event that they've had here at this beach area is a very large country music festival. Other than that, this will have the record for the most people in attendance on this beach.
It's a small town. It's a peninsula. This is a typical beach town. The hotels and restaurants are nice. It's just a beachy vibe feel. Beautiful day, gorgeous scenery. And so, yeah, you probably see a lot of tourists come through. Why not? Driving in, Brian, you see a lot of boats, yachts, people park their boats on the boat slips. That's what you see coming in. It is a beach town. So to have something of this magnitude here is something they probably rarely see. And we were expecting several thousand people, up to 40,000 people. And I think that we're going to surpass that today.
Yeah. What also is, I want to point out that this area has been struggling from a tourist standpoint ever since, for months. So this in-shot of tourism, this 40,000 people maybe total coming to this area on this Saturday. Local businesses right now love it. Restaurants, retail is loving it right now. We are showing an overflow crowd right now. That is a great look. Now, you're obviously seeing things that are behind me, but take a look at what's not in front of us. Or what's behind us, I should say. Massive crowd shot there. I can still see the line, Vanessa. It still goes onto the boardwalk.
I'm looking at the boardwalk. As far as the eye can see, people all over behind us, in front of us, on the side of us. But the boardwalk is somewhere for people to go and just maybe spend some time before they come through security. As I mentioned earlier, maybe they just don't want a front row seat. They just want to be here to see President Trump, and they're making a day of it. They're enjoying the rides behind us, the Ferris wheel, all kinds of games for the kids, restaurants. When I was walking up, Brian, a lot of people were sitting on the deck of the restaurants, and they reserved their seats because they can see right over here and will be able to see President Trump from the boardwalk. So, yes, what a boost for the economy here in WildWood this weekend.
Yeah, and imagine Joe Biden even attempting to do this is incredible because
he just sleeps on the beach and nobody's around him.
Good point. He's probably just a couple hours south of here sleeping on the beach there in Delaware, but massive crowds. And if you want to know why, the approval ratings, the poll numbers head to head with President Trump have been strong and they continue to grow. And we have first initially 6 months ago, it was within 2 or 3 points of the margin of error. But now, Vanessa, you've got some states and some polling that is 10 plus points over Biden. And I just think that's going to increase as we go through the summer.
Right. And, I said this the last time we were on air. I spoke to a political analyst advisor a couple of months ago, and she told me that polls are generally not in favor of Republicans. So if you see a Republican losing by a few points, they're actually doing better than what the polls show, because they're just automatically made, according to this political advisor, they're automatically made not to favor Republicans. So when you see a Republican and a conservative winning by 10 points, just imagine how good they're really doing. So this is a huge boost to the Trump campaign, to President Trump himself, as he's fighting these legal battles, tied up in court every day in New York City. To see these numbers come in and knowing that his numbers are probably even better than that, and then coming to a crowd like this, that's going to give him the energy to head to New York on Monday and say, you know what, this judge, this prosecution, they're against me, but it's the American people who are behind me, and they are what gives me the drive to keep going.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it is. And you can imagine sitting in a courtroom, 3 days a week, 8:30 to 4:30, or however the judge, has them in there, sitting on a very uncomfortable chair. It's probably cold, and it's just miserable. And you're hearing these lies, these assaults, these straight up attacks on you. And you know what? It's got to wear down. It's got to wear a person out. But for whatever reason, President Trump is one of the toughest individuals that he could do that and then still find enough energy to walk out of the courthouse and go visit a construction site, or go visit a bodega, or go to a firehouse, or come out here on a Saturday. He could be back at his golf course in Bedminster or down in Mar-a-Lago. He could be there. But no, he chooses to be with the people on this Saturday, and I love it.
And that's what the people want. The people want to see President Trump. And Brian, you know this, on the first day of court in New York City, we were there. You were at the courthouse. I was at Trump Tower. And when we would toss to you, the people would walk by and say, what's all the media doing here? And we would tell them it's the first day of trial. Every single one, Brian, asked, well, where's the president right now? And we'd say, he just made his way to the courthouse. Every single one said, we're heading that way. The people just want to be where President Trump is. And then they'd ask, well, what time will he be back? And we would say 4:30 is when court lets out. So we're expecting him to come back after that to Trump Tower. They wanted to come back and see him, try to get a glimpse of him there. Again, my point is, they wanted to know where President Trump was, because that's where they want it to be. Same thing here. When you come to these rallies, they want to be where President Trump is. They love the president. They want to see him. They know that he is fighting for them, and they're willing to camp out on the sands of WildWood, New Jersey, on Jersey Shore, with the water and the breeze and 40-degree temperatures, to see a man that they know is fighting for them.
New subscribers, thank you, Amanda Daniel.
Are trash is what they are, and he knows them. And you know what? I've had so many people reach out to me, and they've messaged on social media, and perhaps you guys have seen it in the chats. They almost think that Trump wants to get arrested. They're like, he's talking, violating this gag order that he's been warned by the judge that he's threatened to, put him in jail. And it's almost like a dare at this point. And I wouldn't doubt if that's on Trump's bingo card at one point, because he's done absolutely everything for this country in a very positive way, I should say. They've done everything to him, but put him in jail. And if they were to do that, imagine the numbers that would happen after that, the approval ratings, the polling, the fundraising. So if the Democrats haven't learned by now that every time you push down on President Trump on these court cases and these just
we know it's all bullshit. Come on. Fraudulent with a brain at this point knows it's bullshit.
It backfires. Who knows?
Because they can't get him any other way. They know that the people love them, so they come up with these bogus accusations, and they pay people like Stormy Daniels to get on the stand and lie. And so the only thing they can do is take a misdemeanor that they claim happened
all these cases coming at him
years and years ago,
knocking them all out the park,
and turn it into a felony, try to throw him in jail, and that's the only way that they can keep him off the campaign trail, they hope. So what does he do? Like you just mentioned, he goes to these bodegas, he goes to the fire station, he goes and talks to the construction workers, he makes these appearances, and on his days off, he comes to places like New Jersey to be with the people. So no matter how hard they try to bring him down, it's just not happening. He is just a solid man. He's a fighter, and that's why the American people love him.
Yeah, I think what's interesting is the media coverage on President Trump. It's
but I wish I was there too. I was supposed to be there, man. I got my tickets
and
everything,
CNN,
and
the
my ride.
MSNBC, Fox to a certain, they have been showing it.
All good.
So it is leading the news. It's almost like, Vanessa, is anything else happening in the world other than President Trump is in court 3 days a week
I got two
A lot.
on a Biden trial?
Johnny
A
Bill,
lot is
3.
happening, and they're just not simply reporting it.
Johnny
I
Bills
do
and
want to
Amanda
give a shout out.
Thank you.
Now, I may get some comments in the section on this.
Thank you very much.
But I want to give a shout out to CNN.
Make sure you guys check
Okay.
out
real quickly.
Pro-Trump.
Stay with me.
All pro-Trump.
As it was developing last week with the speaker, with the motion to vacate that was finally laid out with Marjorie Taylor Greene and Thomas Massey, and it was forced to a vote. Basically ended up getting tabled, right? Which means they didn't really go to a vote. The table is essentially the vote. While all of this is unfolding, Fox News was in their regular program. CNN had it live, had it the speech, had the vote, had the post reaction from Marjorie Taylor Greene and others that followed her. Meanwhile, Fox News and everybody else was asleep at the wheel. I will say this. I may not agree with 3/4 of the things that CNN talk about or report.
Like they're having a real
from a political standpoint, may not agree. But I will say this, at least they were showing what was going on. They were at least airing the breaking news of the day, which was
most people looking
an attempt to motion to vacate on Speaker Mike Johnson. They at least covered that. But Fox News has really disappointed me, and they have really just backed off and protected the speaker. They protected the establishment, for lack of a better word. And it's just it's disgusting the way that this media has gone. The biggest story of the day, you can barely see it trending on Twitter. You don't see it on conservative news outlets, but you see it on CNN.
A week or so ago.
Props to them. They aired it. They showed it.
I see
Manu
your point.
Raju was down there, first guy in line, asking questions, not pointed questions, asking questions, getting the facts. Everyone else was asleep at the wheel. So I'll give CNN a little bit of a pat on the back for that. Now, I'm not saying they don't always, obviously with President Trump, it's nonstop with that. But with a lot of other stuff, they are. They are the leaders in breaking news. I mean, that's just, they always have been on a worldwide scale.
Well, I agree with you, Brian. It's good to see what else is going on in the world. A lot of people didn't know that was going on
I thought I would, to be honest with you.
in the House floor. So for them to see it, yes, I see that point. But I also see it as CNN saying there's chaos maybe in the Republican Party or some disorganization in the Republican Party, and that's what they want to show, which is not the case. But CNN's going to spin it to where people believe that.
Well, what they do is they get establishment on there that will say it's chaotic. And by doing this motion to vacate, it's going to elect Hakeem Jeffries. It's going to elect a Democrat.
And that's what I think that CNN was trying to do.
And that's exactly the opposite. That did not happen. So for those watching us right now that said that was not the time to do it, that we're going to elect a Democrat speaker, we now know that was mathematically impossible. It would take a Republican to actually vote for Hakeem Jeffries or any other Democrat that they might nominate. So it's interesting. I mean, this next 6 months or so, as we go to the election, it's the scrutiny of President Trump, I think almost over coverage of every single thing he does is going to be completely magnified to no degree. I'll give you a great point. Barron Trump turned down to be a delegate from Florida, and that is absolutely the right thing to do. You do not want Barron Trump involved in this corrupt RNC political cesspool. And let me say something, because a lot of people don't like the RNC fired. Remember when they claimed they cleaned house? They got rid of people. They cleaned house. We're starting fresh. They fired 61 people. 61 people. Well, guess what? They hired back 56 of them. The same 61 they fired, they hired back 56. So save me this big change of the RNC.
I'm gonna do my best.
Now, we've got some good people in there. Don't get me wrong. We've added some really good people. But let's make one thing straight, man. I think you want to keep your kids out of this thing, because that's what the media up here wants. They want Barron Trump to be front and center, and they're going to tear him up.
And that's what I think they were seeing, the Trump family, whenever it was announced that he would possibly be heading to the RNC in July. They saw the media crazy surrounding Barron Trump jumping into the political arena. He will be there. It's the first time we've seen Barron. President Trump's been interviewed. President Trump says, he's into politics. Comically, he loves it. He even gives me advice on what to do. And so the media ran with this. And, I see it as, it's just another Trump that's getting into politics. So I don't see it negatively. Love Barron. I've watched him grow up. He's a kid, but he's 18, so he's technically an adult. But do we want to get him in the political game just yet? Do we want to keep him, secure? Like we've tried to be keeping him private all along, keeping the kids, kids are off limits is the saying there. But once he turned 18, you and I both know this, the day he turned 18, the media tried to attack him. But I think Melania's being a mama bear saying, you know what, even though he's 18, he's still my baby. I'm not sure if I want him to go to the RNC just yet. I really don't know. But they did come out afterwards and say that he has prior engagements that day or during that time, so he would not be attending.
I would make up anything at that point for him not to go. I'm sorry. I would say he had to go play basketball practice. He doesn't need to be involved in that right now. He's 18 years old. We know what the snakes in the media would do. He doesn't need to be tormented by that yet. What's funny? The good thing about Barron is we haven't seen him much. They do keep him. They protect him from the media. And that's what they need to continue to do. I know he's 18 years old, but that kid is not ready.
He's still going to college soon, and graduating high school, going to college. Maybe they're wanting him to get his degree and go from there. We'll see. Yeah. But for right now, he does have prior engagements and will not be attending the RNC.
Yep. All right, let's step aside. We're going to go back in the music. This is Jacob Seals. We're playing some great music for you as we're hanging out on the beach in WildWood, New Jersey. President Trump is scheduled to speak at 5 p.m. There is a schedule of speakers that will take the stage before then. But until then, Jacob Seals, some music as we enjoy the sunny day on the Jersey Shore.
Might be time. We got some haters in the comments, guys. Don't worry about it. Bust them all. They don't exist. They're not real. They're not real. They don't even exist. That's what I tell my haters. I'll be like, you don't even exist, man. You're not even real. You're not even real. You're not real. I have to actually take the call. I'm thinking about it. No, you don't.
Back out here live on the Media Riser. My next guest is running for U.S. Senate. She is a mayor, she is a mom, and she's a patriot, and she loves President Trump. Christine Glasser joins me on the pre-show here. What got, first of all, a mayor? Walk me through all of this.
Well, yes, I'm a mayor, but I'm a mom. I'm always a mom first. I'm here because, and I'm running because we've got to get President Trump reelected. Do you know, Brian, that he will be the first Republican president elected in New Jersey in 35 years? And if you look around at this crowd, you know that we can do this, which is why I'm fighting so hard, and I'm fighting for my seat. He needs solid people around him, and that's what I'm doing.
It's interesting because when we first got here, I looked around. I said, my goodness, they told me that this state went to Joe Biden back in 2020. And I'm looking around. I'm like, Christine, there's a lot of Trump supporters here.
There are, and the polls are looking very different. He's up right now, and people believe in him. New Jersey is going to see a tremendous turnout, and they're going to turn out for President Trump because the economy is hurting people in this state. New Jersey, we all know, is one of the most expensive states in the country. And so we need people to come out and vote for him. And you see everybody here, you know, they're not all from New Jersey here. They've come from all over, but he's got the support, and we know it's going to happen.
Okay, let's talk about your race specifically. What led you to get into this U.S. Senate race? And you know how much time and it takes to do this. Obviously, you're very passionate. You're a mom. You love this country. But what was it that led you to get into this race?
You know, I decided I'm running for Bob Menendez's seat. And I decided to get in before he was indicted because I said, I believe that this seat is winnable, and I know that it is. And I said, somebody has to do this that is strong, that is courageous, and understands what this takes. This is a 7-day-a-week job. 24 hours a day. You must be committed. And I knew that President Trump was going to need somebody really strong next to him on the ballot. That is why I'm doing it, because I've got to help get him in office, and we've got to take the seat and return a Republican majority to the U.S. Senate. That will be critical for his when he first gets into office.
You talk to the folks here in New Jersey. What are they telling you that they would like for you to change in this state?
So number one is the overspending that's going on down in Washington. I mean, that is what has led to this economy. People are really suffering. Working families, young people are in a position where they can't even afford to buy homes in New Jersey. And they want to come back here, and we want them to raise their families here. Senior citizens are having a hard time. The economy, and then we all know the border. That border has to be dealt with because Biden has had the opportunity and he chooses not to. He puts his own power over people, and we've seen that over and over, and that is not Donald Trump. Donald Trump puts people first, and that's what we need. We need him back in office.
We've often said we need to get President Trump back in office, but guess what? We need to take control of the Senate, maintain the House to push his agenda forward. That's why the Senate race is so important. So if you live in New Jersey, you got family that live in New Jersey, and you want to turn things around in your state, you're this person closer to doing it. So what would you do? What would you suggest on day one that you start pushing the Senate?
Oh, number one is the border, because I really believe that nothing is going to get fixed in this country until immigration is fixed, and that has to be shut down immediately. And that's Donald Trump's plan, is to make sure that we go in there. Look at the crime. Our young women are being raped and murdered because of that border. They don't know who they're letting in, and they don't really care. Joe Biden doesn't care. He's got blood on his hands, and that needs to be corrected. That's the first thing. And then we know energy. We've got to drill, right? Because that's going to help correct a whole lot of things, not only the economy in this country, but I truly believe it's going to help with our foreign relations if we're back in power and people know that they can count on us. Right now, they can't. We're weak, and we need to stop that. We need to show our strength.
What about standing up to some of the leadership in the Senate that has really failed the American people? And the days of the Mitch McConnells, even the Democrats, Chuck Schumers. We need strength. We need people that's going to stand up and fight for them, because right now we have John Cornyn and others that, in my opinion, just lay down and let the Democrats do whatever they want.
They do, and it's enough already. That's why we need the majority in the Senate. We need people that have backbone. It's that simple, and common sense. And people have just sold out. They have. These senators have sold out, and that's why we need a whole new team in there. And I want to be part of that team because I'm a Jersey girl at heart, and I'm not going to take no for an answer. Right? We've got to fight.
You got to fight. That's one thing I learned about people in Jersey. They love to have a good time, and they love to fight. Let's talk about the turnout today. I mean, this is massive.
This turnout is incredible. You can't see because we're facing this way, but there's a giant beach behind us and it is full, and the line goes all the way back to the boardwalk. People are still pouring in. I've been talking to a lot of the folks that came in from Delaware. They're here from Pennsylvania. They're here from New York. They're here from Maryland. They came from very far just for this rally. This shows you what's going on. These people are the real people. They're the working people. They're the voting folks, and they want President Trump back in because they're the ones that are suffering the most.
It takes money for this campaign to go, and I know that there's nothing. These campaigns aren't free, and it takes donations. So if you live in New Jersey, you've got family lives in New Jersey, what is the best website for someone to go to? Not only learn more about your platform, but also donate as well.
Donate. We need to come to www.christine4nj.com. That's Christine with a CH. Please come see us. Come take a look at our website and donate. We need donations because we can do this. We've got to beat Bob Menendez because, you know, he says he's going to run again. And I hope he does. And we need to keep Andy Kim out. And that's our goal. But more importantly, we've got to get President Trump back in the White House. The nation needs it, and it needs it now.
Yeah, it does. All right, we'll step aside as we continue our coverage here in WildWood, New Jersey. Back to the music by Jacob Seals, and we'll break in here in a few minutes. Thanks for joining us as we're live on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. But first, as we go to commercial break, let's talk about our friends over at Epic Minerals. And that has been a tremendous product and a tremendous partner for all of our broadcasts. And you know, we all want to look and feel our best, and we got to make sure we have the right things in there. So right now, if you're tired of feeling weighed down by toxins in our food and our water and our air, introducing Zeolite Extra from Epic Minerals. Our powerful spray fortified with humic and folic acids binds to heavy metals and other toxins to help your body naturally excrete them, and you'll start to feel better, Vanessa.
Yes, absolutely. We're getting so many great reviews on this, so make sure that you contact that website on your screen.
There you go. And you don't forget to put the promo code RSBN for 10% off your purchase. Don't let these toxins hold you back. Act right now and reclaim your vitality.
I love it. Just in time for summertime. EpicMinerals.net. That's EpicMinerals.net. Again, use the promo code RSBN for 10% off your purchase. It's a powerful spray, and it's got binds to heavy metals and other toxins, helping your body naturally excrete them as waste. Makes you feel better. Who doesn't want to feel better, Brian?
Hey, I've got my hands up right now. Hey, as we go to commercial break, we're live. We'll come back here in WildWood, New Jersey on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. President Trump scheduled to speak at 5 p.m. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome to the Right Side Broadcasting Network. We're not like the other media outlets out there that cut and edit what other people say. In 2015, we were created by our founder, Joe Seals, to cover President Donald J. Trump's speeches and rallies, to which we continue to do to this day. We've also covered important conservative events like CPAC, TPUSA, March for Life, and many other important events and hearings around the country. We were made for people like you, everyday Americans who are tired of the mainstream media, who are tired of being lied to, manipulated, and fed an agenda. Our goal here at Right Side Broadcasting is to allow you to see the truth, giving our correspondents and commentators a wide latitude to speak their minds. You won't find anything like this in the mainstream media. Your support through your donations, locals, and supporting our advertisers allows us to continue